Canada's not a maple leaf blowing in the breeze. It's not walking through the snow praying you don't freeze. It's not a double-double or a tasty maple dip. Nor is it hanging out with buds going for a rip. Going for a rip. It's not a million places named for a British queen. It's not Quebecers saying it's Poutine, not Poutine. No universal healthcare, which is great when you need healing. Healing. It's all of that and none of it. Canada's a feeling. Canada's a feeling. It ain't winters in Winnipeg or the Calgary Stampede, or pushing your buddy in the snow where a dog recently peed. It's not the CN Tower and it's not Algonquin Park. It isn't going camping, trading stories in the dark. Stories in the dark. It isn't day-long sunlight or dog sleds way up north. It isn't rooting for the Leafs to maybe coming fourth. It isn't bison Newfoundland going out and sealing. Sealing. It's all of that and none of it. Canada's a feeling. Canada's a feeling. It isn't Michael Bublé and it ain't Avril Lavigne. Nor is it preferring the old hockey night theme. It isn't Leonard Cohen and it's not Celine Dion. It isn't playing hockey on a bumpy frozen pond. Bumpy frozen pond. It's not heading to the cottage getting eaten by mosquitoes. It isn't flannel shirts or Canadian tuxedos, or smoking legal cannabis while staring at the ceiling. Ceiling. It's all of that and none of it. Canada's a feeling. Canada's a feeling. Canada isn't naming money really silly names, and it isn't crushing it at Winter Olympic Games. It's not the Rocky Mountains and it's not Niagara Falls, or taking a lacrosse stick right in the face. He doesn't mean face. It isn't being nice to folks unless they aggravate us, nor Saskatoon berry pie, nor PEI potatoes. It ain't cross-country skiing and it isn't snowmobiling. Feeling. It's all of that and none of it. Canada's a feeling. Canada's a feeling. It isn't Mr. Dress Up and it isn't Polkaroo. It's not enough Green Gables or this hour as 22. It isn't Letterkenny and it ain't Red Green, nor Trailer Park Boys Franklin, or anything in between. Anything in between. It isn't sipping ice wine or rye on the rocks. It isn't Tommy Douglas and it isn't Terry Fox, nor munching on Nanaimo bars while the snow is all congealing. Feeling. It's all of that and none of it. Canada's a feeling. Canada's a feeling. It isn't pea meal bacon or Montreal smoked meat. It's not delicious butter tarts so decadent and sweet. It isn't Torchieres or Jake's Dinner on the Rock, or waiting at Canadian Tire for ice salt to restock. Ice salt to restock. It isn't eating ketchup chips and drinking beer all day, or ribbon chicken combo at Swiss Chalet. It's not Hawaiian pizza, which you may find unappealing. Feeling. It's all of that and none of it. Canada's a feeling. Canada's a feeling. Canada isn't hanging at the res with your cousins, nor dancing at a powwow with your mind completely buzzing. It isn't watching hockey games at your local bar, or kiddies playing on the street till they stop and yell, "Cart! Cart!" It isn't saying sorry even when it's not your fault. It's not a spicy Caesar with a rim all full of salt. It's not the Bay of Fundy where the fishermen are reeling. It's all of that and none of it. Canada's a feeling. Canada's a feeling. Old man Trump has said some things that make me quite irate. Canadians don't want to be the 51st state. When it comes to our great country, there is really no comparison. No comparison. 'Cause the nice thing about Canada is not being American. Hey! Hey Americans. Now some of you may have taken that last bit a bit personally, but just know, it's not you. It's him. Well, and him. And a few other people. Look, my point is, I know most of you don't agree with what the dorks in Washington are doing right now. Your co-presidents are trying to drive us apart so that it's more palatable to you when they take extreme actions against their allies, like these stupid tariffs that are harming both our economies, or these ridiculous threats of annexation. They want to make us hate each other. But I don't think we should let them. So, to you, the American people, especially those protesting this awful administration, my heart goes out to you. But to anyone supporting these dumb,
dumb blanket tariffs that just make all of us worse off, or talking about taking over our country, especially the gruesome twosome over here. I speak for all patriotic Canadians when I say our hearts go out to you. What, it's just an innocent gesture.
Elbows up, Canada. Dude, stop trying to make this thing happen. It's not gonna happen.
Come on, I think it's pretty good. You got the C for Canada, you got elbow, and then you can get the Americans to do it with the other hand, and then they show their support, and if you put the hands together, it's a heart because we still love each other, even though their government sucks right now. You know what I mean?
They're gonna think it's super lame.
You're lame.